more than 12 billion miles from Earth. Far beyond the boundaries of our solar system, Voyager 2 has emitted a signal.
Oh.
But this wasn't just a routine transmission or typical stream of data. It was something far more peculiar and inexplicable. According to scientific reports, the spacecraft appears to have experienced an encounter that defies the known laws of space. An event so unusual, it contradicts decades of astrophysical understanding. What exactly did Voyager 2 detect out there in the void? Was it a cosmic irregularity that challenges the limits of physics? Or could it have made contact with something we are not yet prepared to comprehend? This mystery prompts us to take a closer look into the abyss. Voyager 2 may have just sent humanity a cryptic message from the depths of space, one we've perhaps been unwilling to hear. The story of Voyager 2 didn't start with complex computing systems or high-profile funding. It began modestly in 1965, when a doctoral student named Gary Flandreau made a discovery that would shape the course of space exploration. With a pencil and deep insight, Flandreau observed a rare planetary alignment: Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune slowly aligning in a formation that only occurs once every 176 years. This rare configuration would allow a single spacecraft to use each planet's gravity to slingshot from one to the next, reducing a 3TA journey to just 12 years. Recognizing the significance of this opportunity, NASA acted swiftly, leading to the development and launch of Voyager 1 and Voyager 2 in 1977. Of the two, Voyager 2 was the true trailblazer. While its counterpart raced ahead to photograph Jupiter and Saturn, Voyager 2 took a longer, more ambitious path. It reached Uranus in 1986 and Neptune in 1989. Along its journey, the probe revealed previously unknown moons, icy ring systems, and the coldest known regions in the solar system. It captured images of nitrogen-spewing volcanoes and measured wind speeds exceeding 1,000 miles per hour. It proved that worlds once dismissed as lifeless were far more dynamic than previously imagined. The spacecraft faded from public attention. Its camera was deactivated, and the mission was considered completer, so it seemed. In reality, Voyager 2 was only beginning its most perilous and enigmatic phase. Venturing into interstellar space in 2018, Voyager 2 achieved a milestone that no other operational spacecraft had accomplished. It crossed the heliopause, the invisible boundary where the solar wind gives way to the interstellar medium. This marked its official entry into deep space. Yet what it discovered there was unexpected. Unlike Voyager 1, which encountered turbulent magnetic fluctuations near the edge of the solar system, Voyager 2 experienced an oddly serene transition. The magnetic field remained calm, unnervingly so. This contradicted long-standing models, predicting that space beyond the heliopause should reflect the Sun's 11-year magnetic cycle. Voyager 2's instruments, however, showed no such variation. It was as if the spacecraft had entered a sector of space untouched by stellar chaos. But that wasn't the only surprise. Soon, subtle anomalies began appearing in the plasma wave data frequencies that didn't match known cosmic or solar activity. A persistent low-frequency hum was detected, local to the spacecraft and not part of the usual galactic background radiation. What was Voyager 2 approaching? A field? A force? Or something altogether unfamiliar? Though the term impossible is often used loosely, what Voyager 2 experienced genuinely defies logical explanation. During a routine transmission, NASA's Deep Space Network, a global system of large radio antennas, received a fragmented and corrupted signal. Yet the corruption wasn't random. It showed a structured pattern, suggesting that something had interfered with the signal during transmission while somehow maintaining its form. Shortly afterward, communication was lost. Then, without ground instructions, the spacecraft repositioned its antenna and re-established contact. This autonomous maneuver had not been pre-programmed. When the signal resumed, it included a burst of data that couldn't be matched to any known environmental readings. Sharp magnetic spikes without solar origin, unfamiliar radiation signatures, and most startling of all, a sudden directional shift. It appeared that Voyager 2 had actively changed course, as if it had avoided something. NASA officially attributed the anomaly to space interference or onboard errors, but within internal discussions, it was referred to more ominously as the encounter. There's a lesser-known aspect of the Voyager mission worth recalling: the golden record. Each Voyager probe carries a gold-plated copper disc engraved with music, greetings in multiple languages, images of life on Earth, directions on how to locate our planet. Designed by Carl Sagan and his team, it was intended as a message to any intelligent beings that might come across it. But what if someone or something already has? It's the mysterious signal, the sudden reorientation. The nearby Hamal suggests a disturbing possibility that Voyager 2 was noticed. That somewhere between the stars, it passed through a region of space not empty, but inhabited. It may have been a cluster of exotic particles. It may have been a naturally occurring but poorly understood phenomenon. Or it may have been a warning. Soon, after contact was re-established, the spacecraft's orientation shifted again. This time it subtly turned back toward Earth. While some interpret this as a simple correction in navigation, others fear it could mean something more profound. A growing body of astronomers now suspect that Voyager 2 has crossed an invisible boundary, not just in space, but in understanding. Whatever lies beyond that boundary may not be something we can yet define. Precision is critical in deep space. Navigation. Every orientation, every shift in signal, every moment of alignment is the product of painstaking calculation. That's why what happened next was so unsettling. Following the encounter, NASA detected that Voyager 2 had changed its orientation, not its speed, but its attitude. The angle of its sensors and instruments had adjusted. This wasn't a brief disturbance or a mechanical glitch. It was a deliberate repositioning. And crucially, no command had been sent to prompt it. The spacecraft's onboard systems are designed to respond only to specific faults, like signal loss or alignment drift, none of which had occurred. Voyager 2 had seemingly made the decision on its own. Was it trying to avoid something? Or was it seeking something just beyond the limits of our perception? NASA engineers conducted exhaustive simulations to rule out hardware malfunctions or external interference, yet every system checked out. The implication was sobering. Voyager 2 had executed an action beyond its original design. In the wake of this unexplained maneuver, an even more disturbing event took place. The probe abruptly stopped transmitting scientific data. But it wasn't. Dead telemetry continued to arrive, reporting normal power levels, temperatures, and system health. But the instruments responsible for monitoring the cosmic rays, magnetic fields, plasma emissions, went silent. The probe had essentially turned off its own sensors. NASA did not immediately make this public. Internally, teams debated whether it was a technical failure or an unknown safety protocol. One leaked document included a section titled Potential Autonomous Instrument Suppression, though no such feature had ever been programmed. If the silence was deliberate or induced, it suggests one thing: the probe encountered something it was unable or unwilling to report as word of Voyager. 2's strange experience spread through scientific circles. Theories began to emerge. Some physicists turned to the hypothesis of dark plasma, a proposed exotic state of matter found only in deep interstellar space. Filled with strange magnetic patterns and gravitational inconsistencies, could, they theorized, disrupt systems and instrumentation. Yet even this theory fails to explain the peculiar structure of the corrupted signal. Others proposed more controversial ideas. A paper quietly circulated among researchers from the search for extraterrestrial intelligence suggested the signal pattern bore resemblance to early binary data compression, possibly indicating it had been constructed, not random. Some speculated Voyager 2 had encountered dormant alien technology, an active vessel or communication, but a kind of passive surveillance device left to monitor passing objects, whatever it was. It changed how Voyager 2 behaves. And if a machine launched in the 1970s, powered by fading plutonium and outdated circuitry, stumbled across evidence of an intelligence far more advanced than us, then it's possible that intelligence is now aware of our existence. That realization brings with it a flood of questions humanity is not ready to face. The Voyager program was always more than a scientific mission. It represented a symbol of hope, exploration, and our yearning to reach beyond the familiar. But now, with Voyager, 2 acting unpredictably, that ambition may come with unintended consequences. Each message from the probe might be its last. Yet even in silence, Voyager 2 communicates something essential about the fragility of our knowledge, the limits of our understanding, and the risks that come with venturing into the unknown. And now we must face a deeply philosophical question. If Voyager 2 did indeed encounter something conscious or deliberately constructed, then we have entered a new chapter in human history. We can no longer claim we are alone. The implications are vast, could redefine global defense, shift theological doctrines, reshape scientific models, and challenge political narratives.